So there are several other ways you can know your purpose, right?
Okay.
Sometimes God places pastors in our lives, mentors, teachers, you know, to guide us and help us.
Yeah.
There are people who are genuinely ignorant of certain things.
Okay.
So wisdom is the principal thing in all of your gettings. Get understanding, right?
Yeah.
So there are certain levels of wisdom you can attain on it until you sit under somebody who will bring you understanding.
Okay, that's the area of
mentorship and then tutelage, right?
Okay.
So you can also discover your purpose sitting under a mentor, a teacher, and someone who will tutor you. Sometimes you might think, oh, this is my purpose, but you just are attracted to somebody else's purpose because you see the kind of results that they are achieving.
Okay.
And then you want to be like that person. But okay, so let me bring it down. Let me give you an example. When I was learning how to sing, I had people I admired singing, and I wanted to sound like them.
Example?
I had the likes of J Moss.
Okay.
Yeah, I really loved J Moss. Then I loved Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
And then of course in Nigeria, then I was very fascinated at Midnight Crew.
Okay.
There were certain flavors they had that I really desired. Then back home in Port Harcourt, then my local church, I had this guy Minima. I loved the way he sounded.
Okay.
So I was trying to like, oh, this is not for me. When they hold the mic and they do all those reeves and runs and wobbles and all that, and I'm like, oh God, when? How did you share this thing? So some people will tell you, hold the bottle, blow breeze inside, do this, blow whistle. You know, then, yeah. So
wow.
I did a few of those things and I didn't sound good.
Okay.
So somebody said to me, when you hear that person, try to replicate that sound. I was like, oh yeah. So I pick up those materials and I stay with them. I listen to them over and over. If I hear a who, I want to sound exactly like that. But then I figured something.
Okay.
That every time I try to sound like that, I hear a different sound, which is not exactly like what I'm trying to sound.
Okay.
So my true identity and sound is beginning to be revealed to me. Or sometimes after sounding like that person, I see that I have the capacity to go another octave.
Yeah, even do better.
So when I do it, I see that I sound better than what I was aspiring to sound like. So I packed many other materials and I started working on everybody and began to sound. And if I sound exactly like what I heard, I tried to put an extra to it. So I discovered my sound.
Wow.
So purpose is like that. You could see somebody that you admire. I can see maybe a Bishop David Oyedepo, for instance, and then study him. In studying him, there are aspects that will affect me directly, that will reveal certain purpose, certain aspects of my own purpose that I have. So sometimes you can get to know your purpose, not just from God saying it to you, but by the people He has positioned in your circle or your life at that particular given time. It could be your parents, it could be your siblings, it could be your teachers in school, or your mentors and pastors and all of that. So what you have to do is your openness, one, and sensitivity.
Get money.